Welcome to the Explainer. Let's decode the data and just dive right in, shall we? Today, we're looking at the ultimate roadmap to becoming an AI engineer. But let me be crystal clear right out of the gate. This is not for absolute beginners. We sourced this roadmap directly from the DataCode Pathway, and it's specifically engineered for existing Backend, Fullstack, and IoT engineers who are ready to make a pivot. You already know how to code, right? So now it's time to leverage that experience into real AI engineering.
So, here's the game plan for our journey today. First, targeting real AI engineering. Second, milestones for months 1 to 6. Third, milestones for months 7 to 12. Fourth, the essential AI toolkit. And finally, 5 serious portfolio projects.
All right, let's jump straight into part 1, targeting real AI engineering.
You know, there is a massive, stark contrast between a basic prompt engineer and a real AI engineer. A prompt engineer, well, they write chat prompts. But a real AI engineer, they build, they deploy, they monitor, and they actually improve machine learning and large language model systems. Because you already know the ropes with things like Docker, APIs, Next.js, and back-end architecture, you've got a massive unfair advantage here. We aren't aiming to turn you into a pure research scientist. Actually, scratch that. Your real target is to become an AI systems or product engineer.
Now, here is a wonderfully pragmatic truth for you. Do not overstudy math for a whole year. Seriously, you aren't trying to win a Fields Medal here. You just need to learn enough linear algebra, calculus, and probability to understand why model training actually works. You definitely need to grasp vectors, matrices, and gradient descent. But the ultimate goal? It's to be a builder, not to get stuck endlessly grinding away at theoretical mathematics.
And as you step into this very first phase of your journey, keep this rule of thumb in your head at all times. Bad data is normal in real AI systems. You absolutely must get comfortable reading and cleaning up messy data using Python, NumPy, and Pandas. If you go out into the real world expecting perfectly curated data sets, man, you are setting yourself up for a rude awakening. Getting your hands dirty with data cleaning, that's where you're literally going to spend most of your time.
Okay, moving right along to Section 2, milestones, months 1 to 6.
This is where your rapid, practical progression really takes off. Month 1 is entirely about solidifying that core foundation. We're talking Python, SQL, and building data APIs with FastAPI. By month 2, you're already diving headfirst into machine learning, using scikit-learn for things like fraud detection. Month 3 steps it up a notch with PyTorch for deep learning, think image and text classifiers. Then, in month 4, you hit the absolute highest return on investment, LLM API engineering using OpenAI or Anthropic APIs. Finally, months 5 and 6 are entirely dedicated to mastering embeddings and RAG architectures.
Speaking of RAG, let's define it clearly right now because it is absolutely mandatory for real company AI. It stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Basically, it involves document ingestion, chunking text, and using vector databases to give an AI specific, grounded context. If you want to build enterprise-grade systems that don't just hallucinate wildly, mastering RAG in months 5 and 6 is completely non-negotiable.
Section 3, milestones, months 7 to 12. So entering the second half of the year, the intensity really ramps up. Month 7 focuses on building AI agents with tool calling and multi-step workflows. Month 8 is all about the production AI backend, so Docker, MLflow, CI/CD, and managing latency and costs. Month 9 explores local and edge AI. Month 10 covers the nitty-gritty basics of fine-tuning models. Month 11 is absolutely critical: security, hallucination tests, and evaluation pipelines. And finally, month 12 is dedicated entirely to polishing your portfolio and case studies so you're ready for the job market. I want to pause here for just a second regarding month 7, because this is vital. A bad agent design operates on this crazy mindset that AI can do everything. It can't. Good agent design relies on a small, highly deterministic workflow, and you only inject AI where human-like judgment is actually useful. Seriously, keep your agents tightly scoped and reliable.
Let's shift gears to Section 4, the essential AI toolkit.
Let's strip away all the noise. Your core stack needs to look exactly like this. Python and FastAPI are your core language and API layer. PyTorch and scikit-learn handle the heavy lifting for deep learning and machine learning. For your vector database, Postgres with the pgvector extension is incredibly robust. And you're going to use Hugging Face for its massive ecosystem of pre-trained models. Oh, and a quick side note for my Fullstack developers out there.
While Nest.js is totally fine for your business APIs, please do not force it for your AI services. The Python ecosystem is just overwhelmingly stronger for actual AI development. For month 9, when you tackle local and edge AI, these are the specific tools you're going to rely on: Ollama, LM Studio, Llama.cpp, and Onyx. If you have any kind of IoT background, this toolkit is just incredibly valuable. Merging offline, edge inference with existing hardware, that is a massive, unique advantage in the current job market.
Which brings us to Section 5, 5 serious portfolio projects.
To really stand out to employers, you can't just build toy chatbots anymore. You need to solve real, complex business problems. So your portfolio should include an AI document assistant with citation and vector search. Next, an AI project management agent. Third, an AI code reviewer that actually reads PR defs. Fourth, an IoT log AI assistant. And finally, a SaaS AI support bot that is account-aware and smart enough to escalate to a human when needed. Let's look at how this builds in practice. Take Project 2, the AI PM agent. Instead of just some basic text wrapper, this thing connects directly to GitHub and Plain. It reads pull requests and tasks, it actively detects blockers, and then it automatically generates a Slack update or creates a bug ticket. It's an internal agent automating real software management workflows. This right here, this is the kind of project that completely wows employers.
Or consider the IoT Log AI Assistant. This project ingests complex MQTT logs, detects abnormal device behavior, explains the issue in plain English, suggests a fix, and then actually creates a maintenance ticket. Honestly, this is the absolute perfect hybrid use case if you're coming from a backend or hardware engineering background. It bridges your past experience perfectly with all your new AI capabilities.
And finally, Section 6, final target skill set and commitment.
Now here is the stark truth. Executing this entire 12-month schedule requires a strict minimum of 10 to 12 hours a week. Honestly, a good solid speed is more like 15 to 20 hours. This means your Monday is for theory, Tuesday is for coding, Wednesday you integrate it into a project, Thursday is for debugging, and Friday you deploy. It takes serious structured dedication. No way around it.
Which brings us to the final question. You already have the backend skills. You've got the exact 12-month map, the specific tech stack, and the project blueprints right in front of you. The demand out there for engineers who can actually build, monitor, and deploy real AI systems is massive. So, are you ready to put in the time to automate the future?